Hi guys, not too long ago I made a video on a whim because I had such a wonderful time interpreting for a family. So I said, okay, these are the things that I did right. I am going to do a video on how to be a wonderful interpreter. Start that video that I promised you. I'm going to make a series of videos on how to become an interpreter and how much an interpreter make, what to expect, how to dress to help you on your endeavor on becoming an interpreter. So if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe and also click on the notification bell so when I posted new content so you don't miss on anything. To become a medical interpreter or an interpreter in the state of Iowa, it requires that you have a 4-year degree. It doesn't matter if it's in biochemistry and linguistics or statistics, you need to have a 4-year degree. And the second thing that you need to be fluent in 2 languages. You have to have a mother tongue and also a second language. You cannot have functional fluency in one language and become an interpreter. Be fluent like a native, so therefore you lived in the US for 15 years, 20 years or whatever, and then you master the language, you have a good command of the English language, so therefore you can become an interpreter. You don't have to have a master's in linguistics to become an interpreter. However, if you want to work for the UN, if you want to work for the state, for example, become Donald Trump interpreter when you go to Korea or to Vietnam or to wherever, you have to have a master's in very well trained in those 2 languages. Third thing you will need is to complete a certificate program. So therefore you have to get training on how to become an interpreter. So what I mean by get trained, go to an interpreting school to learn the techniques. So they teach you how to recall on your memory. So for example, if they're talking about carpal tunnel, when the doctor says it in English and you need to use some technique to recall on the spot what is carpal tunnel, to learn about privacy, to learn about discrimination, to learn about other people's religion. Some people ask, how many hours do I need to study? I think it's about 40 credit hours. That's what you need, and be proficient on how to translate medical terms if you want to become a medical interpreter. You pass the state test and you get certified, then you can become a medical interpreter. But also something they do when you go to school to study how to become an interpreter, you get trained on the language you're going to interpret. For example, if you want to interpret French, you learn how French evolve over time. You learn new terms. For example, if your client says, j'ai bouffé 10 macarons hier, you need to know, what does that mean? What is bouffer? What the heck? That's not typical French, it's slang. So in order for you to know what that person's saying, you have to know those kind of slangs. How to be a wonderful interpreter. Let's recap. The first one, you need to have a bachelor degree. The second one, you need to be fluent in 2 languages, not functional fluency but fluent like a native. And the third one is to get trained. The fourth one is to get state certified, and the last one is to continue your studies. So because you become an interpreter and you go and do your job every day and then you think you're done, an interpreter is always studying. Language is always evolving. So if you're not living in that country, for example, if you're not living in Spain, if you're like living in Mexico, to continue with your studies. I speak French fluently, but I study it constantly. So basically build your professional experience in order to get jobs. So what I can say, as an interpreter, you can find job anywhere. I mean anywhere. In any case, I hope this helped. If you have any question, leave them in the comment below. So until the next video in the series, goodbye.